everyone, and welcome to today's vlog where I show you how to dye your doll's hair. Now this is going to be a great way because it won't fade or transfer into your hands or on their clothes. The only time it will fade, of course, is if you wash it, and over time it will bleed over time. But it doesn't bleed when it's done and dried, so that's really good. And I've tried many different methods. I've tried food coloring, other hair dyes, and this one worked the best. So what we're going to do today is try a different doll hair. I haven't tried all dolls, so if you don't get the results that I did, don't worry. I would suggest maybe another application or just working with it and just testing it out. It may or may not work for you. But I have this doll that has more of a shinier hair that we will be trying today. And I'm just going to do the tips of her hair. So we're just going to give her a little bit of a pink tip or a red tip. Also, you want to cover your doll. Make sure your surfaces are covered. I won't be covering the doll today because I'm just doing the tips of her hair, and I feel like I can be careful enough. But I do recommend that you are super careful with this stuff because I did dye my bathroom sink, the countertop. It does dye and stain very, very strongly, and I would recommend wearing gloves as well, which I will not be doing because I have done this before, so I feel like I got this, but I definitely recommend it. And this is how it turned out with my first time trying the hair color. So I wanted more of a pink color, and this dye is actually called raspberry, and I'll show it to you in just a second. So it's more of a red, but what I did was I wet the doll's hair and then put it on so that it didn't really stain as bad, but you can do it dry or wet depending on how strong you want the dye to take. And what it does is it stains the doll's hair. It doesn't really dye it. And this is just a doll I got at the Goodwill that I wanted to change into a kawaii doll. So that's why I dyed her hair, and I still have a lot of work to do on her, but I just love this beautiful pink color that I got out of this dye, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So what you're going to need, of course, is your doll, and you want to make sure, like I said, to take her clothes off and stuff. Then you're going to need a toothbrush. This is what we're going to put the dye into the doll's hair with, so that's why it's actually dyed. And then you're going to need something to cover your surface. I'm just going to use these Walmart bags. You can use anything you have, but that's what I'll be using. Also, your gloves, don't forget your gloves. And then something, of course, to cover the doll. And just a couple paper towels so you can sit the dye on. So here's my dye. I have used quite a bit. I've had it for a while now, and it's called Splat. You can purchase it at Walmart or online. It runs anywhere from $6 to $9. It also comes with bleach, and I'll put a picture here on the screen for you so you know what it looks like. This particular color is called Luscious Raspberries, and this one is supposed to be like a burgundy red. So the more you leave it on, the more it will stain. So if you're wanting like this red color, like it stained the bristles there, that's about the color it would be, then you leave it on longer. I left it on to get this pink on wet hair for about 5 minutes to get this shade. So it just depends on what shade you want and how long you want to leave it on. So what we're going to do now is we're going to undress the doll and we're going to get her ready, and then we'll be right back to show you how to apply it. Okay, so we're all set up and ready to go. I also wanted to mention that you can comb your doll's hair. I'm just going to use a regular human comb just to comb out the knots. And we are all ready to go. So you want to get your hair dye and open that up. Actually, I do need to shake this a little bit. Okay. And now we're going to just open it. Make sure it doesn't drip anywhere because the stuff is very strong. Then we're going to just dip our toothbrush in, like so, and get some on the bristles. Wipe off the excess. Now we're just going to do the doll's hair as we please. See, I've already got it on my hand, so you just got to be super careful because it's already going to sting. So I'm just going to hold her head, and then I'm going to comb it in. Now I'm just wanting to do the ends of her hair, so I'm trying not to get it too high up on her head. And you want to spread the hair as you go, just to make sure it gets put into all the pieces of her hair. And you can ombre this out by just rubbing it with another toothbrush that doesn't have the dye on it, because if you rub it with this one, it's just going to raise it higher. But if you had a toothbrush like this that didn't have anything on it, you could just rub those ends and kind of fade it in. So I'm just going to get a little bit more. It already has plenty on there, but we're just going to continue. Make sure my hands are clean before I touch her face. And this is a thrifted doll, so I really wanted to try it on her hair. I just love color, and I love changing the color of the doll's hair. So we're going to see if you can wash it out like within a day or a week. I wouldn't see that it would stain for too long, but some dyes don't want to come out. So make sure it's one that you don't mind keeping the hair color. Okay, so it looks like we have most of the ends of her hair. I'm just going to do a quick flip of her to make sure that I get the back of her head. So let's lay her down flat as we can get her. And as you can see, her hair is not wanting to lay straight, so I'm just going to comb it to make sure. There we go. And we're just going to continue with putting the color in. And I really like this color. And I think I want to go for a pink with her too. I'm not sure if it will be pink, because this is on a dry color. I mean a dry hair, and the other color, the pink, was on a wet hair. So we'll see. It might come out, it may not. I'll try just keeping it in for like 3 to 5 minutes and then rinsing it out so I can get a lighter color, because I really don't want red, but it is very pretty. And you can do the whole head if you like. I'm not going to, because I did just want the ends. So this is what it is going to look like when you're done. And now what you want to do is just leave her there for about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on if you want a light color. If you want a darker color, leave her longer, and make sure that you wash your hands if you got any on it. I did get a little bit, just to make sure it doesn't stain. So we're going to come back in 3 to 5 minutes, because I do want a lighter tone, and we're going to see how it looks. We're going to rinse it out and blow dry it. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, so it's been about 3 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and wash it out, just because I don't want it to get too red. I want it more of a pink. Also, please excuse my dishes. I haven't had time to do those. You don't want to rinse all of the dye out. You want to make sure there's still dye in there. So if it's not running clear yet, that's okay. Now you just want to wrap up her hair best way you can, and you're just going to dab it out. We may need to do another application depending on how dark you want it. I only left it in for 3 minutes, and already you can see it did give us this pretty pink color, and once I dry it, it of course will show up a lot better, but I do like the outcome. So I probably won't be doing another coat, because I do like that color. So now what we want to do, because it is still bleeding a little bit, we want to take this into our bathroom or counter, and we're going to use a hair dryer to dry her hair. Now, as I said with the dye, all hair types are different, so you want to make sure that you use it on the lowest temperature when you're drying it, and that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and get her hair dried, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so with a new comb and a hair dryer, you're just going to brush through your doll's hair and dry it with your blow dryer just to make sure that color sets in. So let's go ahead and dry her hair. Okay guys, so here is the color all finished. And in natural lighting, it does look a lot different. It's a lot lighter. It's more of a like rosy pink. So I will definitely take pictures in different lighting and post those on my Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram name right here on the screen so you guys can go check those photos out. But if you like this video and you want to see more like it, please give me a big thumbs up so I know. And we'll try out new brands. We'll also try out how long it takes to get this color out. We'll just do a bunch of fun doll hair DIYs and styles. So definitely keep an eye on my channel and hit the bell icon so you get notified. And I'll see you guys in another video. Have a great day. Bye guys!